Hello and welcome back to Clicks Fix. I'm Rory, and it has been two, 2 days since I last played with these pint-sized plastic people, and it was fun. We played some pulp, and we got some. Oh, it was with the mystical Sanctum Sanctorum OP kit. That was fun. There's some fun stuff in there. But today we're going to be talking about the new set, the Fight for Gotham set that is coming out officially next week, but everything's been spoiled with pre-releases and all that stuff. So we're doing the top threes of each rarity and some of the other stuff that's not like in normal figure rarity stuff. So top three of each rarity plus. Let's get going with the commons. And remember, these are not necessarily in 3-2-1 order. They're just it was tough to choose top threes. To order the top threes would be even harder, and I don't want to go through that emotional roller coaster. And it's just my opinion. So, commons. I chose Arsenal. It was one of my favorites. It's super fun for 50 points. Take a look at it. It's got the Outsiders team ability, which is just amazing, and Teen Titans, which can be good if you have the right other figures on your team. Good keywords, but he's got this trait: take the shot when Arsenal makes a range attack with a single target. Modify his attack and damage +1 for each other friendly character with marksman or outlaws keyword that attacked that character this turn. Pretty darn cool, I think. Easy. Put him on a marksman team and easily max out his attack and damage, because he's already got range combat expert up top, and for just 50 points you put 3 of him on one team. It's most of your team. Well, it's half of your team, but yeah, lots of fun there. Other common I think is really awesome. Badge, the Green Lantern one. And this is like a no-brainer of how awesome it is. 35 points. The Green Lantern team ability, so he can carry 8, and he has the trait of being able to carry characters larger than himself, which is amazing. He can carry 8 bigger things, even colossals. So, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he can carry the lanterns, the batteries. Anyway, sidestep, telekinesis, outwit. He's a really good support character. And then if there are goons, I gotta get a goon in there. The Red Hood gang is just awesome. I also really like the robot penguins, but you can't chain reaction them, which is a shame, but oh well, whatever. This guy's cool because either he comes back when you KO him, or 1-3, deal that opposing character, the one that KO'd him, damage equal to their printed damage value. Even if they just like poison them to death or whatever it is, they take their damage value. So, really, really like this. Thinking it'd be funny to have a bunch of these on one team, and Null KOs one of them, which means he KOs all of them, and he takes his full damage that many times because he KOs all the characters at once. If they roll a 1-3, of course. Yeah, those are the commons that I really like. Top threes. Let's go to uncommons. Ooh, Lucius Fox. He's pretty good. For an uncommon, 30 points. Batman team ability, Batman family, Gotham City politician, scientist. So good keywords. Politician, whatever. Free, generate an equipment token on this card and equip it to an adjacent friendly character single use equipment, or destroyed when their effect is used. And he's got running shot. Running shot doesn't really matter so much, but he's got perplex as well. So he's got some really good equipment that he can give people for one time. The grapnel launcher, free, place this character in a square of different elevation within 4 squares in line of fire. You might not even need to use that more than once in a game, just to position yourself for your alpha attack. Explosive gel quake, but 3 damage. That is great. And then the back cuffs. Not as good for back cuffs. When this character hits, you can also give him an action token. But great equipment, even if it's just single use. And he could give it to him multiple times. And he could give it to somebody who was already equipped to force them to drop what they currently have equipped, which they could then give to somebody else, which I think is pretty sweet. Next uncommon I think is awesome is the question. 40 points, team player. This trait of binary gas, shape change, smoke cloud is free, but only to generate 4 markers, still solid. Opposing characters occupying smoke terrain generated by the question can't use the effect of equipment. So shutting down equipment is just awesome. And it's smoke cloud for free. So as long as Beetlejuice isn't out there, you're good to go. Outwit, probability control, and when they use it, she can target a character regardless of line of fire. Great to use those supporting abilities or powers without line of fire. And then, let me see. And this is kind of a 2-parter. The other one is a common, but it's the Tweedledum. I like Tweedledee and Tweedledum together. I think just it's a super fun idea where D or Dum, free once per turn for all characters with this trait. Place 2 friendly characters with this trait in each other's squares. So they just switch, where like whichever one, like position one, this one, Tweedledum running shot in, get positioned up, do the running shot, switch them, the other one charges, and they both bring out a bystander. This one does the Carpenter. What's that one do? Carpenter, sidestep, blades, and exploit. Who doesn't love blades and exploit? Yeah. Anyway, those are the uncommons that I think are pretty freaking solid. Rares. Badge. I like Badge. He's a solid support character. I wish he could get the ring for free because or just to equip the ring at all, but he's tiny. But still, 60 points. He's only got 4 clicks, but traded defend with a 19 at top. Support as free, but only if a friendly character missed this turn. So you could attack with anybody with low attacks. They miss, or they hit. Hitting is a good thing too. They miss, and then Badge can do support for free. And a perplex, but only to positively modify. Usually, perplex is being positive for your team because that's the one you can control the most. But his is +2, which is awesome. Then, where do we see? Oh, Nightwing. I think Nightwing is a solid rare. Honestly, the trio there, the Nightwing, Robin, and Batgirl, I think are all pretty dang good. But starting out with Nightwing, he's an Outsiders as well, Batman team ability. He can put out the Bitewing Bystander, which is Charge Blade, which is great. And he can share his damage power with another Batman ally character, which is, but if he's a top dial, prob, low dial, close combat expert, all solid choices. Special movement on either top dial, leap climb, charge, running shot once per turn. When he uses either, you can, after resolutions, you can use the other as free. So running shot and charge, he's, I think, really good. He's going to be fun to play in Pulp especially. And then, oh yeah, the other one I think that is really one of the better ones of the rare category is Robin. Team player and Batman ally, of course. His bystander is Spoiler, which is flurry and super senses and empower. So that empower can really help, especially if he's on low dial. He's got the charge. But I mean, empower is going to be good either way. But he also shares his damage with one other Batman ally on the team, which is outwit or exploit weakness. And then this special, oh no, his other trait, traded precision strike and giant reach 2 is also just really good. But then he has this special attack with energy explosion with precision strike is amazing. So no matter what reducers they have, they're going to take 1. And when he uses it, you can roll a d6. Instead of 2 damage, it's half of the result of the d6. So 5 or 6, they're going to take 3. And if they have one of the big reducers, they would be taking 1 anyway for precision strike. But you want to roll high just for those characters that don't reduce damage that much. So they'll take full 3 or 2, whatever it is. And if you don't roll that high, they're going to be taking an action token. So all good results. I just really like this Robin. He's really cool. Because that could really, really mess up somebody's second turn or whatever after they've set up. Have Robin energy explode them. They either take a lot of damage or they all get tied up and take a little damage. I think that's fun. Okay, done with the rares. Super rares. Now, this one is partially just because the whole concept is just fun and I love it. The Batman Ninja, I think, is really cool. Who am I without technology trait. Once per game, when Batman Ninja or an adjacent friendly character would be hit, you may remove an equipment equipped to Batman Ninja from the game. If you do, all targets evade that attack instead. Just a once per game evade for the cost of an equipment. Put a Batarang on him for free. They don't do a ton, but save the Alpha Strike so you can Alpha Strike back. I think that's really cool. And then he's unequipped, so the inherited techniques on other characters later on in the game can go to him. If Batman Ninja is equipped, he can't use his other trait and special power, Protected Pulse Wave. So he won't be able to use this trait or the special power. Oh. He can't use. Interesting. Yeah. It's still good. I mean, you're probably going to use that once per game evade an attack just because, like, really early in the game, and then he's going to get this other trait and the special damage power trait. Master the ways of the ninja. Smoke cloud is free. If Batman Ninja occupies hindering terrain, increase his d6 rolls, single d6 rolls by +1 when Batman Ninja is missed by an attack. So if he's got super senses in there, it's like beefed up super senses. Missed by an attack. After resolutions, you may place him in a hindering terrain marker within range. Just popping around. And the damage power, our weapons will be everything that exists. Empower and leadership. Great. When Batman Ninja uses Empower, he considers other unequipped friendly characters with the martial artist keyword as adjacent to himself, which is awesome because most martial artists are going to be doing close attacks anyway. So yeah, I like that Batman Ninja. Super fun and a really cool sculpt. Cyborg. They always make the cyborgs I really want super rares. Teen Titans Together, Cyborg. When a friendly character is healed by the Titans team ability, after resolutions, you may place them up to 4 squares away from their current square. Fun. Once per game, they're taking control. Once per game, Cyborg may use mind control as power, but instead targets any number of opposing characters that are equipped or have the armor, robot, or vehicle keywords, regardless of range, line of fire, or adjacency, which is really cool. It's once per game. You just beef up his attack to where he's probably going to hit. I just think that's really fun. I don't know. Give him the serpent crown, so that during the mind control they can use pulse wave or energy explosion or something. They can do the stuff they normally can't do during a mind control. I think that'd be super fun. And then a special attack only when he's at 100 points. Technomorph, Energy Explosion, and Precision Strike and Pulse Wave. Really good combination. I could see playing him at either point value. Pretty sweet. All right. Because second turn, that could really, really change the flow of a game. Mind controlling. Because almost like so many characters are equipped these days. Okay, where was I? Next, super rare, and this is also another really fun one. But I think it's also really good. Pied Piper, team player, Central City Rogues Animal, Rat Rebellion. When Pied Piper starts the game, you may generate up to 2 rats from the set on click 1. That's their only click. Pied Piper and friendly characters named Rat can use Sidestep and have Safeguard Pulse Wave, Protected Pulse Wave. That's cool. Just being, you can't get hurt by Pulse Wave, especially if they're the rats, because that would really screw over the rats. Special movement power. The top half is dial mind control, which is great with the 3 targets. When Pied Piper uses it, he may target characters adjacent to one or more friendly rats, regardless of range or line of fire. It's just great. It's like another one where you don't have to necessarily expose yourself to do a mind control. Yeah, I like that. And then a special damage on the last half of his dial, Shape Change. Opposing characters within range can't use speed powers and consider Pied Piper as adjacent to themselves for movement. I don't know, you give him something with plasticity to give him plasticity, and that could really mess up another team. Anything within 5 has to break away from him. They can't use their speed powers. If he gets hit down there, that could really mess up a team, unless they are already close to him and are trying to get rid of him that way. But dang, I like that. All right, chases. I like Batman, not the crap, the big beefy looking one. Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman's probably my least favorite of the set, but this Batman I think is really cool. I became Bat Smoke Cloud. When Batman uses it after resolutions, you may place him in a square of the square of the generated smoke. So, costed action to smoke. Place him out there. If you do, he may give him a close as free. So any capital close for free. And he has on his top click and very last click, or top 3 clicks and very last click, special movement of flurry and sidestep. Easy to place, and attacking twice at close I think is really awesome. And then he's got his special defense twice, click 3 and 8. Stop combat reflexes. When this click is first revealed, immediately regenerate up to 3 smoke terrain markers, then place Batman up to 2 squares away from his current square. And it says immediately. So if he's in a flurry, they hit him to a stop, it's immediate, he's gone. And they can't make the second attack on him, which is pretty dang cool. I like that. I mean, he'd have combat reflexes up to a 20 for somebody at close at that point. I just think he's good. Hard to take him out quickly, and he can be pretty darn offensive as well. I like him. Scarecrow. I like this one. The sculpt is really cool too. He's got this smoke cloud is free. Breathe deep your fears. Scarecrow can target characters occupying any smoke markers within range, regardless of line of fire. So anybody's smoke. Doesn't have to be necessarily his. And it's the full 6 squares of smoke cloud when he uses it for free. Phobophobia. Opposing characters occupying any smoke markers can't use leadership or willpower, and they can't positively modify their combat values. That messes over so many characters. It's ridiculous. Oh, and you take away their leadership, they'd have to get out of it so that they could use another action total for the turn. I just think that's a lot of fun. And then he's got a special defense for all of his top half, and then 1 click of his lower point dial. Your own worst enemy, Mastermind. Once per turn, when Scarecrow uses it, he may choose an opposing character other than the attacker occupying any smoke marker within range to become the target, even if they would be an illegal target. So if you have other smoke going around, he could just toss off. Oh, it's disgusting. So if he's on his lower dial, you want to ping him for one, maybe a couple times, because he might mastermind it to one of your guys. But it's just, yeah. It'd be a pain in the butt to get around all that stuff to hit him and actually deal him damage, I think. Anyway, the last chase of my top 3's is the Flash. I like this one. Then now and tomorrow, probability control when the Flash uses it, and after resolutions, roll a d6. 1 to 2, place him up to 2 squares away from the current square. 3 to 4, heal him 1 click. 5 to 6, remove 1 action token from the Flash. So all good things that you could want to happen. Hypersonic through all but 1 click. Click number 3. Anyway, other trait, at the beginning of the game, generate a Grodd bystander. And Grodd has mind control with 2 targets, 11 attacks, super senses, and empower. So Flash is gonna, and when Flash uses hypersonic speed, he can instead has carry 1, but only to carry Grodd. So he's going to be doing +1 damage during his hypersonic speed. And then Grodd, if he hasn't been carried yet, can do some mind controlling. And just having more mind control is always fun. And his 1 special speed, 1 click of special speed power is stop. And then movement through and destroys blocking. Charge but don't have speed. The higher attack, higher defense, and higher damage. Pretty solid. I like that one for 75 points. Now, beyond the chases, there's all the vault boosters. Now, I'm not going to choose which 3 vault boosters I would rather have. I'm going to say which characters are my favorite from the vault boosters. Let's go with Catwoman. Now, both versions of Catwoman are awesome. I like the team up one as well, but I think I like the normal one a little bit better because she can be on any team and be good. Cat's Paw, Super Senses, Giant Reach 3. When Catwoman hits, after resolutions, you may unequip a hit character and equip any equipment equipped this way to Catwoman. A Catwoman may be equipped with any number of equipment when equipped this way. It's a lot of fun. I like this. So she could, I think, check me if I'm wrong, but you can equip her with something in the beginning, and then if she steals something, she'll drop what she was assigned at the beginning, but then she can keep the thing she stole and then keep stealing other stuff. I think that's how it works. Special movement, top 3 of her dial. Charge, free, place Catwoman adjacent to a friendly character with an animal or vehicle keyword within 4 squares. So just have an animal team. Animals are solid right now, I think. 50 points, great dial, taking people's equipment. I like it. I like her quite a bit. Let's see. Oh, Wonder Woman. Now, this Wonder Woman, I think, the team up, I think I like best on this Wonder Woman. God of War, one, because it's not too hard to fulfill the requirements of the team up card. When establishing themed teams, friendly characters with the deity or warrior keyword gain the Amazon keywords. So you're making an Amazon team. That's the idea. It doesn't have to be a theme team, but yeah, you're getting a bunch of Amazons, hopefully. When one or more characters with the Amazon keyword, or warrior or deity, that get the Amazon keyword, take damage from an opposing effect, give Wonder Woman a sisterhood token. When a friendly character with the Amazon keyword is given a costed action, you may remove one of Wonder Woman's sisterhood tokens. If you do, modify that character's speed, attack, and range +1 this turn. That's pretty fun. Like, just okay, I've been getting hit a few times, but now I can really, boost my character for a turn. And then the special defense here, invincible, super senses, when she has the Wonder Woman team ability, so super duper senses. And all opposing characters within 8 squares of your starting area, so if they're on your half of the map, can't positively modify their combat values. So you want to, if you can control where the battle happens, bring them to you, and then they can't modify their combat values. Freaking awesome. And that's protected outwit. So she's getting her super duper senses. 75 points. She's awesome. And this one, if you've seen any of my other comments or videos, is probably my favorite of the ones in the Vault Booster. That is Beast Boy. Outsiders and Teen Titans team abilities. Conduit of the Red. At the beginning of your turn, you may replace Beast Boy with a character named Beast Boy of equal or less points on the same click number. If you don't, heal him 1. So all the new Beast Boys have that, which is awesome. A really easy way at the beginning of the turn, which is fine, but they can switch really easily, and if they don't, they heal. All good stuff. Better than previous ones where they have to hit enough times in order to switch. Yeah, this is much better. But most especially this changeling trait. Sideline active, so really awesome. At the beginning of your turn, you may replace a character named Beast Boy. So if he's on the map, it can be him as well, with a character with the animal keyword of 60 points or less on the same click number. If you do, at the end of your turn, replace that character with a character named Beast Boy of 60 points or less of the same click number. So you can make it so for that turn, you can use any animal character of 60 points or less, and then at the end of the turn, they switch back to the Beast Boy. Or, well, they don't have to be back. You can have several animals on your sideline. One of them has to be Beast Boy. It could be this Beast Boy. But you're switching a Beast Boy out, and then you could just put the one back. So you want to maybe have a defensive one that stays out there on your opponent's turn, and then switch out to your offensive one for on your turns. I just think that's a really, really cool thing. And on his very top click, he has a special damage, rapid shifts when Beast Boy attacks. After resolutions, if Beast Boy has no dice on his card, you may replace a d6 result from the attack on his card. Shape change. When Beast Boy uses it, if he has any dice on this card, instead of rolling, remove a die from his card and use that result. So basically a way to have extra chances to succeed on shape change, which is good. Want to do that as much as possible, right? But I think most of the time I wouldn't use this guy as the defensive one. I'd have to look at the other ones a little bit more to see which one I would want to stay out on the opponent's turn. Anyway, Vault Booster characters. Now, what's next? Where'd they go? Equipment. There's a ton of equipment, mostly in the Vault Boosters as well. My top 3 equipment. Let's take a look at these. No, those are the one-shots, so we're going to go one-shots as well. Okay, here they are. Lasso of Persuasion. It gives mind control. I really like mind control. A lot of my buddies love mind control. I think it's a lot of fun. So giving somebody mind control can be very useful because you might not want to attack a character and do damage to them for whatever reason. Like mystics. If you're going against a bunch of mystics, mind control them, make them hit each other and take mystics damage. Anyway, mind control, willpower. If this character can already use willpower, they modify attack +1 when using mind control. It's just really, I think, a solid equipment. I do like the other lasso, but it's 20 points, or else it'd probably be on my list. Utility belt. I like the utility belt. because, well, any Batman family can use it, but the effect at the beginning of your turn, you may turn a face down utility belt one shot face up. And there are a lot of decent utility belt one shots. And just to use them every turn, like use your favorite one all the time, it's like really, really good. Then probably my favorite equipment, come on, is Pegasus. One, because it's one of those equipment that lets you choose which dial to use. There's 15 points, but they're all going to gain flight, which can be very useful for a lot of characters. Charge +1 movement can be very good for a lot of the characters that don't start with any movement powers. And they get blades with that one. Probably there's enough charging characters that I like to just give them the flurry and combat reflexes dial. I think that one is really good. Probably the one I'd use the most. But yeah, I like the Pegasus. And what is it? When the equipment would be unequipped, placed on the map, or removed from the game by another effect, instead remove it from the game and generate a Pegasus bystander adjacent to the previously equipped character or the square that character last occupied. So instead of Pegasus coming out for somebody else to steal, maybe, you just put out Pegasus with charge, precision strike, and energy shield deflection. I see no downside. And it's got mystics. Fun stuff. Okay, now let's look at the one-shots. Let's do the one-shots. I like, for 5 points, Burgle. At the beginning of your turn, you may choose a friendly character and an opposing equipment. Until your next turn, that character can use the effect of that equipment, and other characters can't use that equipment's effect. So you are essentially stealing an equipment for a turn. If you have the utility belt to reuse this one shot over and over, oh my gosh. You're nullifying somebody's equipment and using it for yourself. Okay. Helicopter extraction, I think, is another really good one. I think that one is really easy to get as well. When a friendly character takes damage from an opposing effect, after resolutions, you may roll a d6 and have the result. Place that character up to that many squares away from their current square, and then heal them that many clicks. So like mid-opponent's turn, you can get your character out of there and heal them. Especially if they get hit to a stop click and somebody else wants to follow up, you might be able to get them out of reach and healed back up off the stop click. Really, really cool. I like that one. And lockpick tools. Friendly characters have free, roll a d6, remove a number of an adjacent non-debris terrain markers up to half the result from the game. Away, 5 points, and a way to get rid of terrain that you don't like being out there. Very, very useful in today's games, because there's some really, really good terrain out there that you might not want. I like that a lot. And lastly, let's look at legacies. My top 3 legacies. Let's look at the Joker, the super rare from where's it from? Gotham Girls? Harley Quinn and the Gotham Girls, maybe? Or Joker's Wild. I don't remember. I don't have this one. But I think it's a lot of fun because he's holding cards in his hand, and his 2 traits deal with one-shot cards. And that's probably the main reason he's on my top 3. It's just thematically fun and really cool. 60 points. First trait, Joker beats any card in the deck. When an opponent turns a one-shot face down, modify the Joker's combat values +1 until the end of your next turn. So you get a bonus if they are using their one-shots. Regeneration as free, but only if an opposing one-shot was turned face up since your last turn. So if they get to reuse their one-shots, he's going to be healing. Then that trait is about your opponent flipping their cards. Now this trait is about you flipping your cards. Card tricks are my modus operandi. If a friendly one-shot was turned face down since your last turn, the Joker has free. Choose a standard attack power to use this turn. Then make an attack with range 4. With the utility belt, this could get out of hand. When the Joker KOs an opposing character after resolutions, you may turn any face down one-shot face up. That won't happen as often, but if you have the utility belt, you can just keep doing it. Oh my gosh, a lot of fun. Next, Maxi Zeus. I think this one was from the Wonder Woman set, the 80th anniversary, I think. I liked this character when he came out. He's just surprisingly useful even back then, as long as he could attack high enough. But 40 points now. Lightning from on high. Energy explosion. When Maxi Zeus makes a range attack, modify his attack +2 if he's on the highest elevation on the map. Which, if it's all 1, he's on the highest elevation. Oh, man. So he's probably going to have a 12 attack with energy explosion and penetrating psychic blast. Penetrating energy explosion is always great. And then special damage is whole dial leadership. When he uses it and succeeds, generate a Minotaur bystander, which is pretty good too. Let's look at those Minotaurs. They got 10 charge, 10 attack blade, 17 toughness defense, and 2 with battle fury. So still, blades gives you potential lots of damage. I think that's a good bystander to be popping out. Anyway, this video is getting long enough. These were my top 3s. What are your top 3s? Did I misunderstand any of these characters? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. I hope I gave you guys a good fix for your HeroClix addiction, like I have. And we'll see you next time.